Okay.
Education is tough. Education
Yes.
is determination. Education is sacrifice.
Okay.
If you want to become successful, if you want to be part of the first class, second class, there's some sacrifice that you have to be. At the end of the day, the lecturer will come back next week and he was trying to ask what he taught the previous lesson.
Okay.
You wouldn't remember because it was just like someone who is preaching in the market, you see.
Hello, I'm Elsa from R&D Campus Media. We are a platform that interviews students all over the country to inspire and educate.
Okay.
I have here with me.
I am Agnes, UPSA level 100.
Okay, what program?
Logistics and Transport Management.
Logistics in Transport Management. Okay, very good. Agnes,
Yeah.
so would you like to share with us some of the things you've achieved as a student?
Okay, so one thing I have achieved is the academic aspect. Like I'm able to, when they enter our class and they are trying to get people to go and represent the class, I'm also part of those people.
Wow.
So that is the most important thing I have achieved. For them to be trusting me that least when we go to public.
So right now, what did you do to achieve that?
When I came to the school, what I did to achieve is I cut some certain things. I look at people who are better than me. Like when I say people who are better than me, people who know book. Because when you want to achieve in academics, you don't have to work with someone in your caliber. You have to work with someone who is in the high descent so that through the working, you learn how the person got there. So that was what I did. And I made sure that first I used to go to TikTok and stuff, but sometimes now people have been asking me, why are you not more in TikTok? You are not active. All this because I want to be part of the first or something. That is how I was able to be part of those groups.
That's interesting. So what did you do differently from others that made you achieve those?
Well, different is I normally come to class early, then I will make sure that I did everything that the lecturer asks us to do on time. So through that, if there's anything that I've been going on, the lecturer will address me. He may test me after the lecture, oh, this is what you did. I think if you have done it this way, you will achieve this. So the next day I will be stable and I will know that what I did was wrong. That was why he corrected me. And I'll go that way. That was what I did.
Okay, so what's the biggest challenge you've encountered in your journey as a student?
Hey,
and how have you been able to?
Really it's very tough journey. Like one of them is like coming to school early. Like I live very far, but I have to come to school like 5 o'clock. I should be on campus. And sometimes the traffic is not easy, but you have to make it. That is one of the challenges. And the second one is, coming fresh. It's not, you see, the mentality you are bringing from senior high is different from here. So the first lesson, you are going to face some challenges in classes. You see,
what are some of them?
One of them is how the lectures they go fast. You see, you see, senior high they will take time. This is not like that. They go faster. So if you are not smart enough, at the end of the day, you won't learn anything. And if you are someone who is shy to ask your colleagues that I didn't get anything, like you will go home empty. So by me, one thing is my class they see me to be a jovial wherever I go. So I'll use it as a joke, but I'll ask them. They will laugh at me. They'll tell me that is what I did. Other than that, those who are feeling shy to ask and express themselves, they find it difficult. At the end of the day, the lecturer will come back next week and he was trying to ask what he taught the previous lesson. You wouldn't remember because it was just like someone who is preaching in the market, you see. That was how the challenges is in the first year.
I can imagine that. So with the first challenge of you leaving your house early, getting on campus by, let's say, 5:30 or 6, have you been able to deal with that challenge? I think it's a challenge for you. Have you moved from your place or you are still, it's still a challenge for you? It's still a challenge, but you see, when you realize your challenge, you work towards it. So first, you see, the first week I started the school was to the second, third week. That was where I faced the challenges. But when I realized that it's going to be part of me to this semester end,
what I did is I cut off some things in home, and I made sure I sleep early.
Okay.
I made sure that those TikTok and unnecessary chats on WhatsApp and stuff, I cut it off. So that the time I used to sleep, I will not change it to sleep early and wake up and catch up the time. So that is one of the reasons why I was able to overcome that challenge.
Okay, that's good. What's the best advice you've received as a student that has impacted your life?
Okay, so we have one of the, our distant IT lecturer who normally uses his own
IT lecturer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who normally uses his own lives to advise us. And when I look at it, the reason why he's saying that is he's trying to encourage and motivate with those who are coming from bad background that you shouldn't let it affect our academic.
Okay.
You don't come to school and bring what is happening in home to come and affect what is in the school.
That's
so
true.
you normally encourage us that when you are coming to school, like even if you slept hunger, you have to pretend like everything is okay.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, when you fail, you won't go and tell the academic that I slept hunger before I came and write
failure is failure.
So when he's talking about that, then I realized that what he's saying, it will reflect to me. And if he's able to do it, that means I can also be able to do it. So I have to cut off those things. You understand? So when I come to school, sometimes I may not even have anything, but people see me to be happy because I don't want to come and be thinking about what's happening at home to affect me. So I don't want to make sure that I'm happy before I enter the class.
Okay. So that's the best advice you've received from your IT lecturer.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any professor aside your IT lecturer? Do you have any mentor, a professor or a peer, like a friend who has also impacted you?
Okay, so
and how did that happen?
Okay, so the vice chancellor is my elder in the church. Church of Pentecost is my elder.
Okay, would you mind mentioning his name?
Yeah. Okay, so his name is Professor John Mensah.
Professor John Mensah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my elder. So he's normally use me as a listen to the whole school. Sometimes when we have a program, he said, "This is my daughter," and he's trying to encourage me. And he said, "You are my daughter, and when at the end of the year, your years here, you are the one I will use as an example. So don't discourage me. So why don't disappoint me?
Don't disappoint. Okay.
So when he said, "Don't disappoint me," then I knew that then at the end of the day, I have to make something. I have to come out with something good. Because you can imagine if he's the vice chancellor of the school. And at the end of the 4 years, he's expect you to be part of the first class or even the second class, and you go and fall at the third. It doesn't make it will encourage this, and it will look like a disappointment. So he's one of my mentors, and he's like a father to me. So through him, I want to work hard and make him proud.
Very good. Okay, so assuming you met yourself again as a fresh student, what advice will you give to yourself? Like, just wake up one day and see yourself coming to UPSA as a fresh student. You are in your first year, so you have an experience, right? So let's assume you wake up one day, you just met yourself as a fresh student in UPSA. What advice will you give to yourself?
Wow. Yes. So if it happened to be, or I become back to this first year, what I would advise myself is I should get prepared before coming to the school. Like for example, if I see any, like the next semester or the next year, those who are coming, what I'll tell them, they should get prepared. They should put that mindset aside before coming to the school. The mindset I'm talking about is, university. You see, when I was coming, people made me know that, university is not that hard. You see, the learning is just about this semester. If you learn this semester, the exams is going to be cheap. It's not like that. If you put that in that, they just the semester alone you're going to read. The semester itself is not easy. That 14 weeks or something weeks, it's not easy. And the lecturing, that's what they say lecturing. They didn't say teaching. Teaching is different from lecturing. Lecturing, they're going faster. They'll just come and give you the slice or something, updates about the topic. You have to go and do your own research. But when those who are at home, when they are going to encourage or tell people about university, they don't say
they make it in a nice way
and make them relax. They make them relax and that, when you just come, the only thing is to pass your week and get admission. When you get admission, that is all. It's not that is all. When I came, the first week to the 5th week, I nearly said, this is not my field. Because it's like I was just at the back, like I don't know what is going on. I see it to be, by the time the lecturer finished lecturing and she said, I'm done for today, we'll see us on next week. I said, is it how the lecturing is? And you didn't say anything, you just came and show us the picture of the distance. You have to come down and say, they say, no, this is university. I said, really? So if I get a first year or if I become a first year, before I will come to the school, I will advise myself that there's not easy road in education. Education is tough. Education is determination. Education is sacrifice. So there's nothing cheap about university or junior high, nothing. If you want to become successful, if you want to be part of the first class, second class, there's some sacrifice that you have to be. So if you know that before you are coming, you know the kind of people to work with. Some of them came just for title, like I just want to be in university. That's one you are okay. But if you want to come out with something, if you want to, if you want to make your family proud, then don't be having that negative mentality that university, you just be there. Then when it gets to 1 month or 1 week for the exam, then you work hard. It doesn't done that way. It will shock you. Yeah, that is the advice I can say.
Wow. So Agnes is saying that university is very tough. Education is very, very tough. And you have to prepare your mind before you made a decision to go to university. It's not an easy journey. Wow. Thank you very much, Agnes. So
you're welcome.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.